We all need sunscreen. If you will be going out in the morning, you need sunscreen. Even if you will be staying indoor, you still need sunscreen. Hey loves, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning back in. And if you are new here, hi, my name is Joy. I talk about skincare, natural hair, beauty tips, DIYs, tutorials, and all those good stuff. So please consider subscribing to this channel for more of this. Now in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys my top 5 favorite sunscreens that do not leave white cast. Yes, you heard me right. These sunscreens I'll be reviewing with you guys do not leave white cast like the normal ones in the market. So some of these sunscreens I'll be reviewing with you guys are ones I've tried, and some of them are ones I've recommended with good reviews. So this will guide you guys on how to choose the right sunscreen for your skin type. Yes, for your skin type. You can see I laid emphasis on your skin type, and that is because if you use a sunscreen that is not meant for your skin type, trust me, you're not going to get the benefit of that sunscreen. So you need to use a sunscreen that is meant for your skin type. Take for example, if you have an oily skin and you use a sunscreen that is meant for dry skin, trust me, you're not going to get the benefit of that sunscreen. So you need to use sunscreens or in general skincare products that are meant for your skin type so that you can get maximum benefit for that sunscreen. So if this sounds like something you might be interested in, please smash that like button and let's get straight into the video. That it's important to use sunscreen. People have been telling us use sunscreen, but do you really know the specific reason why we need to use sunscreen? Now, sunscreens are also known as sunblocks, and they are photoprotective topical products that we apply on our skin to protect our skin from the harmful effects of the sun, either by absorbing or blocking the sun's ultraviolet radiation, which is the UVA and UVB rays. In fact, the biggest change you can make in your daily skincare routine to protect your skin from the sun is to always apply sunscreen before leaving the house in the morning and reapply every 3 to 4 hours throughout the day until sunset. We all need sunscreen, regardless of your skin tone, skin color, or location. We all need sunscreen. If you will be going out in the morning, you need sunscreen. Even if you will be staying indoor, you still need sunscreen. Now, what are the benefits of sunscreens? Sunscreens protect your skin from skin cancer, sunburn, skin discoloration. It prevents premature aging and also skin inflammation that can happen if you expose your skin to too much sun. So you want to make sure your sunscreen is doing all of these things I just mentioned. So if a product claims to be a sunscreen but it's not doing any of these things I just mentioned, or it's not protecting your skin from both the UVA and UVB rays, please just stop that product and use a real sunscreen. Now, some people also make the mistake of thinking that using a product that contains sunscreen will protect their skin from the sun. No, it won't protect your skin from the sun. You need to use a real sunscreen, not a product that contains sunscreen, for you to get maximum sun protection. I noticed that people find it difficult to choose the right sunscreen for their skin type and skin challenges. So I'll be reviewing some sunscreens that I've used and that I've also recommended with good reviews, and they do not leave white cast. I'll be talking about their pros and cons, and that will guide you in choosing the right sunscreen for your skin type or skin challenges. Now, there are majorly 2 classes of sunscreen. We have the mineral or physical sunscreen and the chemical sunscreen. Mineral sunscreen contains ingredients like zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. So if you pick up a sunscreen and you read through the ingredient list and you see ingredients like zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, just know that that is a mineral sunscreen, and these 2 key ingredients are what actually causes white cast. Any sunscreen you use and you notice visible white cast, just know that that is a mineral sunscreen. But even though most mineral sunscreens always give white cast, mineral sunscreens are actually the best because mineral sunscreens are made with natural ingredients and they are safe for the skin than chemical sunscreen. But I know people still run away from mineral sunscreen. Now, moving on to my 5 best sunscreens that I'll be reviewing. I'll be reviewing them according to their texture and the fact that they do not give white cast, because this is something that most of us blacks experience when we use sunscreens. I'm an African and I know how terrible I look when I use sunscreens that give white cast, and it's even worse for those with dark complexion. So you want to make sure your sunscreen is not giving you white cast, and these ones I'll be reviewing with you guys do not give white cast. The first sunscreen I'll be talking about is the Cosrx Sun Aloe Hydrating Sunscreen. The key ingredient in this sunscreen is the aloe leaf extract, cactus and hyaluronic acid, and these are what actually makes this sunscreen very moisturizing and protects the skin. Yes, this sunscreen is very moisturizing. As you can guess from the sun name, aloe hydrating, it hydrates the skin, no cap. Like, it's very hydrating. And the first thing I noticed about this sunscreen is the smell. I love the way it smells. It smells kind of different from all other sunscreen I've used, which I love. And it's also lightweight and can easily absorb into your skin if you use little quantity. Please don't go and pack it on your face. So just use little quantity. Little goes a long way. So it's lightweight, so it will easily absorb into your skin. Immediately you apply this sunscreen on your face, it has this kind of moisturizer feeling. So, and I think it's because of the aloe vera and hyaluronic acid in it that makes it very moisturizing and hydrating. So this sunscreen does not just protect your skin from the sun, it also moisturizes and hydrates your skin as well. So you are getting both benefits. This sunscreen has SPF 50, which is quite good. If you are choosing your sunscreen, just make sure you choose sunscreens that are from SPF 50 and above. But another thing I noticed about this sunscreen is that it is quite greasy. Maybe because it's very moisturizing and hydrating. The second sunscreen I would love to talk about is the Suncut UV Perfect Gel Sunscreen. This sunscreen is so moisturizing and pocket friendly. It sold for about 6,500 naira, which I think is quite affordable for that benefit. Now, this sunscreen is a Japanese formulated sunscreen and it is lightweight, but it's not that watery. And I even like the fact that it is lightweight because immediately I apply it on my skin, it just easily absorbs into my skin. Like, it just glides through easily like a face moisturizer, and it doesn't leave white cast. This sunscreen is not as greasy as the Cosrx hydrating sunscreen, so people with oily skin can actually use this sunscreen. But I doubt if people with acne prone skin can actually use this sunscreen because this sunscreen contains alcohol, and as someone with acne prone skin, please run away from alcohol. Alcohol actually dries the skin, so please, you want to run away from products with alcohol. Another amazing thing about this sunscreen is that it's a waterproof gel, so it can withstand sweat, water and even excess oil. So if you are the type that go out to swim a lot or you sweat a lot, you can still use this sunscreen, and this sunscreen will still stay on your face and you wouldn't have to apply it frequently like other sunscreens. The next sunscreen I'll be talking about is the Blackgirl Sunscreen. This sunscreen is actually a hybrid sunscreen because it's a mineral and chemical based sunscreen. This sunscreen is a white cast free coverage sunscreen for darker skin tone. Yes, it's actually formulated specifically for dark skinned people. So as a dark skinned person, you don't want to be using a sunscreen with white cast. Like, trust me, you are going to look terrible. So you want to always run away from sunscreen with white cast. This sunscreen is actually quite moisturizing, like very hydrating. The first time I tried this sunscreen on, like, my skin feels so hydrated, so moisturized. But the downside about moisturizing or hydrating product is that it can be quite greasy for oily skin. So this sunscreen might not be advisable for people with oily skin, but it works best for people with dry skin because it's so moisturizing. It's going to moisturize your skin and at the same time protect your skin from the sun. But I recently discovered that this sunscreen actually has a matte version. So the matte version is not as greasy as this particular one. So people with oily skin or acne prone skin can actually go for that matte version of Blackgirl Sunscreen. The fourth sunscreen I'll be talking about is the Nivea SPF Water Gel Sunscreen. Now this sunscreen is quite watery, which I'm not really a fan of. It's almost like you're rubbing water on your face. Maybe that's why it's called a gel. But if you don't have issues with watery sunscreen, you can go ahead and give this sunscreen a try. It's actually very good for sensitive and dry skin. Immediately you apply this sunscreen on your face, like, your face really feels so smooth And one thing I love about this sunscreen is that it doesn't leave your face feeling dry, tacky or sticky like other sunscreen. Like, it just moisturizes your face, and it is water resistant. Yes, it is water resistant and has an SPF of 50 plus 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 plus. And because it's quite watery, it blends easily into the skin without leaving any white cast. The last sunscreen I'll be reviewing with you guys is the Cotz Sunscreen, Cotz. Now, this sunscreen is a mineral sunscreen, but it's the best mineral sunscreen I've ever tried, because despite the fact that it's a mineral sunscreen, it doesn't leave white cast like other mineral based sunscreen. Like, it doesn't leave white cast at all, and if you massage it well into your skin, like, you wouldn't even notice any white cast at all. This sunscreen contains about 20% zinc oxide, which is a natural kind of sunscreen, and it's responsible for the sun protection. It also contains iron oxide, which helps to fade dark spots away from your face. The downside about this sunscreen is that it's a bit pricey. It's sold for about 12,000 naira, which I know it's expensive. So if you can't afford this one, you can as well go for the other ones I've mentioned earlier, which are quite affordable. So sunscreen is very important, and you want to be consistent with it for you to see results. You want to always apply your sunscreen as much as possible during the day until sunset. I personally apply my sunscreen in the morning before leaving the house, and I reapply every 3 to 4 hours after until sunset. I'm currently using the Cosrx Sun Aloe Hydrating Sunscreen, and I can tell you that the result has been amazing. Like, seriously, it has been amazing. Another tip I'd love to share with you guys is about the sunscreen SPF rating. I know you would have noticed that some sunscreen comes with SPF plus, some with SPF double plus, some with SPF triple plus, like that. Now, the logic behind it is that if you see a sunscreen with SPF plus, that means that sunscreen provides some protection from the sun UVA and UVB rays. But if you see a sunscreen with SPF plus plus, that means it provides moderate sun protection. Then you will see a sunscreen with SPF plus plus plus, that means high sun protection. Then if you now see a sunscreen with about 4 plus, that means extremely high sun protection. So guys, I feel this will also assist you in choosing the right sunscreen for your skin type. You want to make sure you are choosing a sunscreen with at least about SPF plus plus, and if you are able to see a sunscreen with triple plus, even better. And if you come across SPF plus 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 plus, sister, grab it. That will be all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. If you enjoy watching this video, kindly give your girls a thumbs up. Also turn on your notification bell so that each time I post a new video, you'll be the first to know about it. Please guys, let me know in the comment section if you've tried any of these sunscreen I mentioned, or any other sunscreen that do not leave white cast. If you are new here, hi, my name is Joy. I talk about skincare, natural hair, DIYs, tutorials, beauty. So please consider subscribing to this channel for more interesting content. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.